But there's obviously some lunar illumination going on. Let's see if we can spot the moon. Here, while we drink our water and get hydrated. Oh, there it is. Hello everyone, Thranxes here, and welcome back to The Long Dark, episode 14, where we have rabbits to take care of, and moose hide to take care of, and all sorts of things. So let's see, yeah, the time for the hand when this is thawed is about the same as the hacksaw, so there's no reason to use the hacksaw. So we'll just harvest this up, and then we'll do the same thing here.
My stomach feels like an empty pit.
Harvest this up. We'll get all of the guts and hide out so they can start curing. I dare say this place is quickly becoming our home, more so than the maintenance yard is, that's for sure. Let's drop both of those, and then we'll drop the guts over here too. You know this cabin is starting to smell just absolutely delicious with all of the hide and guts everywhere curing. Moose hide, 30% cured. Getting there. Getting there. And then all of those guts cured. That's great. So, we need a fire so that we can make lots and lots of cooked raw moose into cooked moose. But we have a really worn out hatchet. 29% now. We're going to need to gather some sticks and branches and things to burn that we can break with our hands. Hold on to this little piece of rabbit meat for our bait, just in case we run into any problems. Those birds are over the body. All right. Let's survey the area here for a wolf and make sure we're not... I'm just going to run right up in here and check. Oh, we've got another rabbit on our snare. How did this snare go so long without any luck, and now it's caught a rabbit 2 days in a row? Guess I shouldn't complain too much. It's only 2% frozen. Let's do it. Harvest it up. All right. Unfortunately, we slept through most of the day. That's all right. We have a need for a big fire. What we don't have is a lot of firewood. We could stay up into the night. Grab the fire out of the firewood container downstairs. Try to make a big fire out of that. We could spend 10 minutes at a pop. These branches will give us 3 sticks for 10 minutes. It's not too bad considering they're right here next to the house. Nine sticks for 30 minutes. It's not as good as just finding them lying on the ground, but it's still okay. Uh-oh, looks like the weather's about to pick up. No, it's really not that cold. Even in the wind, it's just not that cold. We have really good insulation on. All right, we're going to press then. We have plenty of energy, so we're going to sprint. Let's go ahead and hydrate. That's good. We're going to sprint where we go here so we can help get our energy down so we can get back on a good day-night cycle of sleep. Could head back over here to the cave. I know there was a lot of sticks in that area. There's probably a lot of sticks over in that area over there where those trees are. The sky is clear though, so I'm not too worried about a blizzard. It's just windy. But we're still nice and toasty here. I like that. So we can use the hacksaw to break this down. I thought that was the case. I feel like we should. I feel like it would be a big mistake not to break some of these down. More cedar. Okay, so as long as we have a hacksaw, we can get ourselves some firewood. Do I want to push it anymore? Look at that sunset. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Do I want to go home in the dark is the question. I don't really. I don't want to go home in the dark. So we're going to take it easy going down this slope, and then we're going to sprint and go find ourselves another cedar limb or fir limb that we can hacksaw up closer to the house. And hopefully we'll have everything we need to get everything cooked up tomorrow. We'll make a nice big fire. And we'll just sit and cook moose meat all day. Won't that be grand? Why can I not? You're not going to let me click on anything? My little cursor is not here. Hold on. Okay. Nope, I guess that limb is just for decoration, not for hacksawing. Okay. What I don't want to do is be duped into thinking this area has no wolves in it. What is that thing there? What is this? Oh, it's just rocks with the light shining on them. Okay, well, that was a bit of a waste. We're just getting our cardio in for the day, that's all. Alright, we'll head up here. We'll hacksaw this one. We're right next to the house. Then we'll go indoors. We'll have tons of firewood for tomorrow. Yep, starting to wear that hacksaw down a little bit. Now it's dark, and it's getting cold and windy. Ooh, kind of an eerie night. High illumination, though. I don't see the moon anywhere. But there's obviously some lunar illumination going on. Let's see if we can spot the moon. Here, while we drink our water and get hydrated. Oh, there it is. That's only, what? That's not even a quarter moon, is it? It's just eerie being outside at night. The long dark indeed. Alright. I think we'll drop this rabbit here. We did get a bunch of firewood. I think we do have some simple tools down in the maintenance yard that we can repair our hacksaw with. We just don't have a sharpening stone for our hatchet. That's the only problem. Alright, well, we won't be cooking anything up today. So let's grab, yeah, moose meat cooked. That's what I'm talking about. Make sure it's one of the good ones. 990 calories. That is one of the good ones. And then, actually what? We have a rabbit we kind of need to take care of, don't we? No, we already skinned it. Okay. Alrighty then. So we'll drop our guts down and our pelt. Yep, and then we'll put all of our firewood and all of our sticks over here. Yeah, let's just drop all of them for now. And the firewood will drop over here. Drop all, drop. Okay. And we'll go to bed. We'll get to bed nice and early so we can hit everything first thing in the morning. Oops, wrong way. We'll get all this moose meat cooked up. Yep, food, there it is. Moose meat. So delicious. I was getting tired of eating that wolf meat. It's like rolling the dice. All right, let's not sleep too long. 10 hours should be plenty. I want to get cooking pretty much at first light. Yep. So we'll get well rested, hopefully. Fully rested. Yep. First light, pretty much. Not quite first light. The sun's been up for a little bit. But we're just going to make a tremendous fire and cook all the moose meat and get all the water, and then start looking at kind of pelt options we have here, because I think without going back down to get that 4th wolf pelt from the maintenance yard, we're going to have to make a trip back down to the maintenance yard, or we're going to have to bring these wolf pelts down there with us. Well, in any event, we can get our fire started. You know, on second thought, let's leave the fir firewood here. I had talked about making the fire outdoors to try to make sure that we're keeping our cabin fever counter down. But if the wind shifts directions... Let's see. We would probably be okay with a fire out here. No, I think we're gonna keep the fire indoors, just so I don't have to. Because with my luck, I would dump all kinds of firewood into the fire, and then it would, you know, the wind would change directions. It would blow the fire out. All the firewood would be wasted, and I don't want that. So we'll just commit to cooking the moose meat indoors, and then.
Come on, little fire.
And then I suppose we're going to have to go to the maintenance yard to get our 4th wolf pelt, so we can make our wolf skin coat. I think we kind of have to. I might try to do the ravine before that, well, because this other one's going to take a few days to cure.
Well, that didn't work.
That might actually be the smart way to do it. So we'll cook up all the moose meat, we'll make a bunch of water, then we'll pack up our rope and try to head down towards the maintenance yard and into the ravine, where we can explore that. Oh, really? Gonna make me use up all these tinder plugs. And we can make more easy enough.
Come on, little fire.
See, these cardboard matches are garbage. You think you have, you know, we have all these matches. Yeah, except these cardboard matches fail most of the time. That's okay. We have plenty of them. We have extras in the box we can use. So even though it takes 5 or 6 to get a fire going, that's all right. That means we get, you know, 2 to 3 fires out of the pack. Using up our tinder plugs, though. I'm not psyched about that. Here, let's make some more. We're not yet adept enough at fire starting to make a fire without using a tinder plug.
Food.
Could burn this book to increase our success, but we could also switch to the fire striker, but nope, we're going to use up the rest of these cardboard matches. Yep. We'll get it. 55% chance of success. We should totally succeed after a try or two, right? I mean, what's the worst that could happen?
Come on, little fire.
Come on, little fire. That's right. I'm going to will the fire into existence. It's starting to get frustrating a little bit. But this is also why we need to work on our fire starting skill, so that we can increase our chance of successfully starting a fire even with low-grade matches.
didn't that work?
Really? And now we have no tinder. Okay. Well, we're going to make 2 more. Actually, no, we're going to make 4 of them. That way we ensure that it works on the first one. All right, let's try it again. Let's say we've almost used up these cardboard matches. And then once they're used up, then we just have a higher chance. No, I could use the better fire starting devices while our success is high to get our skill up, and then we can use the weaker matches while our skill is higher, but because you can't light a torch with the cardboard matches, I don't really consider them very high in value, because once your fire starting sources become limited, you'll start using a torch, so you'll light a torch to light the fire so that you don't waste matches. But with these cardboard matches, considering that you can't light a torch, there's not a big point to doing that. Five hours. That seems pretty good to start. So yeah, we have another pack of cardboard matches that we can use up. Which is a good thing too if it takes 5 or 6 matches to get a fire. All right, so what do we've got? We've got rabbit. We're going to cook up the rabbit first. All right. Cook up the rabbit first. Same philosophy. We'll get the rabbit cooked up and hopefully improve our skill prior to cooking up the rest of the moose. Oh, that startled me for a second. I was like, our fire is out. Yep. Moldy rabbit. Let's cook that up first. Cook the mold right off of it. It cooks right off. Look at that. Fresh rabbit. Fresh like new. All right. Get this gamey rabbit. And cooking some more. Cooking over a fireplace. Well, we had to change it up. We couldn't just keep cooking over the stove. This stove is boring. We want to grill our rabbit and our moose meat right over the open flame of our fireplace.
Where can I find something to eat?
Oh, don't worry about food. We've got tons of it now. I guess we'll just keep cooking while we have a fire. There's no reason to stop, really. Smell that moose meat. This is going to be an all-day endeavor. Just trying to cook up this moose. Although, I mean, it was a whole day endeavor just trying to get the meat back to the house. So I guess that makes sense. We're going to have to extend this fire, though, if we want to make some water out of it, too. Which we do. Oh, we've almost cooked up everything we brought in. What's that, 3 hours worth of fire cooking? Keeping that fire busy. Surprised we haven't got our cooking skill up yet. Oh, nope, there it is. Cooking skill up. Mending cooking. 15% calories from any cooked food item. No calorie loss when smashing open cans. Cooking times reduced by 10%. Nice. Carcass harvesting. 25% reduction in meat harvesting times. Can harvest 50% frozen carcasses by hand. 10% reduction in hide or gut harvesting times. That's really good. Everything else still being worked on. But getting our cooking skill up is a huge benefit. And here's the cooked moose meat. And let's throw it all down in the snow here. That little tiny bit of moose meat, that was our moose bait. So we're going to throw that over here. And the rabbit, I think we'll put the rabbit over here. There's just like a little buffet out here. All right, and we'll get the rest of the raw moose meat to cook up. Look at it all. Oh, this
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
is exciting. Did we really over-encumber ourselves with raw meat? Wow. So much moose meat. I'm a little shocked you can't see the smoke coming out of the chimney. Normally when you have a fire burning at the fireplace, you can see the smoke coming out of the chimney. That's okay. That's okay. I'll forgive them this time, although I know in the past at other locations I've been at, other maps, that was absolutely a thing. That you would see the smoke coming out of the chimney.
Too heavy to carry.
Oh, don't worry, because we're going to add more fuel to the fire. All right, good deal. Let's get back to cooking.
Oh, I would do anything for a drink right now.
Oh, yeah, I suppose there's no reason to be cooking thirsty. I mean, heck, at this point, we could even consider topping ourselves off on calories. That might be a good thing to do. But let's get it all cooked first. I want to try to cook it all while the fire's going and the day is happening, and we can decide how to ration it later. I don't like that it doesn't give you a fresh or a gamey identifier in front of it. I hope that gets changed in an update. I kind of like seeing that when it starts out gamey or moldy and it changes to fresh. I like seeing that, whereas this, I don't have any indicator how good it was improved to. I've just got to trust in my cooking skill. Wow, so many calories. It actually seems a shame to be sitting here hungry while we have all this moose meat. Goodness, we're barely going to have any time for water. Wow. And this is with reduced cooking time, too. Okay, so yes, absolutely, let it be known. The moose is worth the hassle. Oh my goodness. We're not going to have enough of a fire to make use of all this. Got one fir firewood. More sticks. I guess let's go ahead and add it in. And just keep cooking it. Just keep on cooking it. We haven't used hardly any energy today either. We're going to have a hard time sleeping through the night, so we might have to find something for us to do so that we don't go to bed too early. Because I don't like to wake up while it's still dark out. It's like the coldest time of the day, just before the sun comes up, and that's also usually when a lot of the wildlife is migrating around. Wow, it's a lot of moose meat. At what point do I call it and say, now we need water? No, let's get it all cooked. I want to get it all cooked. I don't want to have to worry about starting another fire just to cook it. I only want to have to worry about a fire for water after this. Which really we can make a bunch of water when we get down to the maintenance yard, assuming we still have the time to do that. Which I would like to believe we will have the time to do that, provided I throw more sticks in the fire. No, you know what? Instead of throwing the sticks in the fire, actually, I'm going to get some of our emergency firewood from downstairs. Yeah, one cedar log ought to do it. That's pretty good. That'll give us like an hour or an hour and a half. I don't quite remember. That gave us an hour. That's good. Sounds like we had a brief storm outside. Nothing too bad. Ooh, 80-degree fire. You'd think it would cook the meat a lot faster. I guess it's cooking it pretty quick. You know what? I am going to cook one of these so that we have more than one. Okay, so we're going to use up most of our sticks because we're going to boil some water before we call it a night. And at this point, we have lots and lots of food. So I think we're going to eat a lot of these half ones. Right, so you don't always want to worry about keeping your calories topped off, because chasing that dragon can really get you into a bad situation when you're eating when you don't really need to. But I think we're going to top off our calories this night, actually. Let's see if we've got enough time to get 2 liters of water out of this fire. Oh, it's going to be close. It's going to be so close. All right. Although, to be fair, it doesn't take 40 minutes to boil 2 liters of water. I was going to say. Okay, so we had plenty of time. And there's our water. Not a lot of extra water, but we've got all of our food cooked, finally. So we can prepare ourselves for the next morning. And figure out what we're going to do. All right, so we're going to eat all of this moose meat. We're going to get our calories way up there. Yeah, we'll drink some water. More moose meat. For the first time in a long time, we're going to have a full stomach. After cooking all that moose meat, we just had to. We were so hungry. Look at that. Full belly. 2,200 calories. Good night. What are we going to do with all those calories? We're going to sleep. Feels like 56C with that fire downstairs. Yikes. Better shed some layers before you go to bed. Holy moly. Woke up fully rested. And there's a storm outside. Of course there is. It's because we spent all that time indoors yesterday. And the game says, oh, you spent time indoors when you could have been out doing stuff, and now we're going to punish you by making it stormy outside, and now you have to stay indoors with nothing to do. Let's look at what we have cured here. So we don't really have any wood for a fire. We do have excess water. Let's take stock here. We've got 1.5 liters of water. We don't really have any firewood to make more. We could go out in the storm and try to get some firewood, but that's not always a good thing. Tell you what we can do is we can make some more fishing line, because we're going to need it we're going to need it for sewing. We can't really fish here, but we're going to need it to sew because we don't have any more sewing kits. So that'll at least give us something productive to do. So what, we're missing the lines. We have 1 hook, 2 line. Should grab 1 more cured gut. That's what I should do. Got that full belly just to sit around all day. Too bad we don't have a good book to read. Oops, wrong way. We can get a lot of research done with this many calories in our stomach. Alright, so we'll make 2 sets of line and 1 set of hooks. Yeah, see, the weather just got way worse in 15 minutes. There was no way we were going to go outside and get any kind of firewood done. Make ourselves 4 line, 3 hooks, and we already had 1 hook left over. So then we can make some fishing tackle. 10 minutes a pop. It's at least a good way to stay productive. It doesn't really weigh anything in your inventory, so there's no real con to making a bunch in advance. It's pretty much all good. It's all in the pro category. So that's been, what, a little over an hour? Oh, it sounds like a really bad storm, too. We're going to need to take some of these sticks and make tinder plugs out of them. So let's go ahead and we'll do that. Wow, that storm is really kicking. I don't know what to do. This could be our first, like, real blizzard. I mean, we've had some bad storms before, but they've usually only lasted a couple of hours. This could be, like, snowed in all day. Cured wolf pelt. That's 55% cured. We have the one down at the maintenance yard. Let's just take a peek at the weather. I'm sure it's not going to be anything good, but let's just take a peek at it. Yeah, this is not weather we're going to go outside in at all. For any reason. That's approaching whiteout conditions. Okay, but that's going to be where we wrap up the episode then, while I ponder our options and what we can do, since I should have done all my cooking today and tried to be productive yesterday, but yeah, there's not a lot we can do about that now. We can move this moose hide off of my cured maple saplings. But that's where we'll wrap up the episode while I consider what our options are. This has been The Long Dark, episode 14. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you've had a good time watching, because as always, I've had a good time playing. Please come back next time as we get ourselves ready to go down in the ravine while we wait on this moose hide and wolf hide to cure. But until next time, take care.